Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl just came out just about a week ago on November 19th, 2024, and after playing quite a few hours into it, I wanted to give you guys my personal take of how I feel about the game that GSC Game World put out after all the delays and all the stuff going on in Ukraine and stuff like that, how this game holds up right now. So here are my thoughts with Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. So, of course, if you guys don't know what Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl is, it is a first-person horror survival game set in the world of Chernobyl. It is the sequel after the Stalker games that are older, up on, I think they're only on PC. And this is a game made by a Ukrainian developer. So, of course, with all the issues that they were having over in Ukraine with the, with Russia and everything, they had to evacuate and they delayed this game multiple times. It was supposed to be coming out this time around last year, but it's now here, and this is actually a pretty solid game, I might add. And when it comes to survivals, I'm always kind of skeptical, but the way they did the survival in this game is pretty solid. And of course, when it comes to the gunplay is nice and snappy. The survival, and then of course the monsters that you come across will always keep you on your toes when you're venturing out in the zone. Now, the only thing I can kind of complain about, which was only a couple things. One, it was the NPCs. It feels like the stealth mechanics in the game aren't really fine-tuned. It feels like they can spot you from a mile away, even if you have a suppressed weapon. And, of course, they have, like, laser accuracy. So even if you play on, like, the normal difficulty, you are constantly popping your medical stims. So sometimes that can be annoying. And also, there was some bugs I came across. There was, sometimes NPCs moving in place, or the glitched out trees out in the distance. And I have a pretty good rig. I have a Ryzen 9 7900X 3D with a 4070 Ti Super with, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. So I should be able to play this with no problem. So there was a couple little bugs, but other than that, nothing really deterred me from playing the game or not making me want to play the game. It was just a couple little bugs here and there, but nothing really altering my gameplay. So I can say that at least didn't really affect me. So with all that though, everything else felt pretty solid. Even the dialogue was good. The looting, finding weapons, finding, the random secrets out in the world gave me almost like a Fallout vibe. And then the other thing too was the weather effects were just seamless in my opinion. So as you see here, I'm in one of the very first towns, and by the way, this is all gameplay within like the first few minutes of the game, so nothing really spoiler territory here, guys. So as you can see, we got the lightning storm coming in, we got the wind gust, the leaves blowing, there's the dirt kicking up and everything. You see the lightning in the sky, and then there's also the other storm that comes in, which is the emission. And I would just say the weather effects were absolutely crazy and just absolutely spot on with the detail. So I gotta say, when it comes to the weather effects and just exploring and the looting and the combat, it feels like you're in the world of Stalker 2. And I gotta say, that is a very nice touch. And another unique thing about Stalker 2 is the side questings. The way they did side questing in this game is really good. Once you start getting the main campaign going, when you're out in the zone doing some side quests and of course doing some free roam, like I said earlier, when you're going and exploring, gives you that Fallout vibe of finding those little secrets. But also the side quests can reap you in some nice rewards, like a suppressor for your pistol or a scoped AK in the early parts of the game. And that, of course, is very useful once you're starting to get out in the zone and trying to build up your arsenal to take care of the threats that you encounter when you're fighting monsters or intense situations when it comes to NPCs. So as for Stalker 2, I gotta say, it gives off that old school PC game vibes, especially with the older survival games. But the gameplay is snappy, the gunplay is awesome, and if you guys can, just wait it out when it comes to those little bugs with the NPCs, and like I said, the couple glitches with the, like the surroundings, it's not a finished game, but I gotta give credit where credit's due, especially with all the challenges that the developers had to endure with the situation going over in Ukraine. I gotta say, this is a very solid survival horror game. So I would give this game a personal 8 out of 10 in my book. I will be playing this until its entirety, but Game World has already stated that they are addressing these bugs and issues, and they are continuing to patch the game. So that's good to hear. So if you guys want to wait for those, or if you guys are wanting a nice first-person survival shooter game, then I would say this is a must-buy. If you guys want more Stalker 2 content, make sure to drop a like. And of course, comment down below if you are going to be playing Stalker 2. I'm curious. I want to find out in the comments below. And of course, join our Discord. All those links will be down in the description below. And become a member of the channel. And then make sure to hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon so that way YouTube can notify you guys when our videos go live. I'll see you on the next one. Deuces.